Continuing your journey on the Great Allegheny Passage Trail, this video will guide you through the city of McKeesport, also known as Tube City, to Boston, Pennsylvania. This is a short section, but very easy to get lost or find yourself in an area that you'd rather not be. If you've ridden this section, please leave a comment about your trip through the city. Starting at the railroad crossing where we left off in the last video, you are standing where the National Tube Works plant operated for 115 years. Begin by crossing the tracks and immediately taking the hard right to follow the narrow corridor between the rail lines and the city buildings. The brick building on the other side of the tracks to your right was part of the National Tube Works plant, which got its start in Boston, Massachusetts. But the owners relocated in 1872 to be closer to the source of iron in Pittsburgh. At its peak, there were 9,000 workers at the National Tube Works, and by September of 1987, there were none. It is in McKeesport where the Youghiogheny River, locally known as the Yough, ends, flowing into the Mon. You will be pedaling next to the Yough for about 71 miles until confluence. McKeesport has an interesting history, and it's the last big city until you reach Connellsville, which is about 44 miles upstream. The Gap Trail follows the rail bed of the previous Pittsburgh and Lake Erie, P&LE, Youghiogheny branch, which ends in Connellsville. This rail line opened in 1882 and carried both passengers and coal between the mining towns that you'll be passing through to the mills and all the way back to Pittsburgh. You will also pass the police and fire departments for McKeesport on your left. You will go straight along the parking lot and at the bottom cross a light-use road. It is here that the Gap will head straight and bend to the left. However, a short trail detour to the right will take you to McKees Point, aptly named McKees Point Trail. The town of McKeesport was named after David McKee. McKee was granted the land around 1769 from his friend Queen Aliquippa, a Seneca Indian ruler. McKee established a port at this point, and the small spur trail can take you to that site. The first steel mill was established here in 1851. The same year, 2 dams were completed upriver on the Youghiogheny, making the importance of McKeesport grow. By the mid-1850s, the Pittsburgh and Connellsville Railroad completed the railroad that ran through McKeesport. National Tube Works opened 23 years later in 1872, making McKeesport the fastest growing municipality in the nation at the time. The Gap Trail will emerge from under the bridge and be alongside the Yough River on your right. Keep rolling straight on the sidewalk or the edge of the street for about 2 blocks as you pass the marina on your right. The town didn't grow much until the 1830s, when the coal business began and floating coal on barges was the main business. In this period, the town was known for its exceptional horse racing facilities, which extended along the bank of the Yough where you are now and by way of 7th and Walnut Streets. Pay attention along here. This next section of trail makes several turns using city streets and short sections of trail. I'll describe the official Gap Trail path. The trail will continue straight as you cross 9th Street. It is a short distance, and then the trail will turn left and you will drop onto Mary Street. Continue rolling straight to the T in the road and turn right onto Market Street. Follow Market Street for about 2 blocks and turn left at the stop sign onto 13th Street. About a half a block and the Gap Trail will appear on your right. The trail is paved here and you will pass some community gardens on the left and then come to a Y in the trail called the Loop. The main Gap Trail will be on the left and take you to the top of the bridge. I'll save the Loop for another video. At the intersection, turn right onto the 15th Street Bridge and cross the Yough River. As you pedal over the bridge, look to your right just beneath the bridge, and you will see a portion of what was a roundhouse used by the city water filtration plant that was added in 1908. It is said to have taken the worst water and virtually eliminated cases of typhoid fever in the region. At the other end of the bridge, you will turn left, where pavement markings will aid you following the trail as it drops onto River Road. Thankfully, this is a road less traveled, but watch for trucks on weekdays. After about a mile, watch for a short retaining wall on your right and the Gap Trail will return to a paved trail that's right there on your right. This section will have a short climb as you pass through Dead Man's Hollow Conservation Area. This is a 450-acre area with about 8 miles of hiking trails. In the 1800s, it was the site of a quarry, and in the 1900s, a clay pipe factory, all of which burned in 1920 and is now gone with some abandoned buildings remaining. There was also a train station here back then. The Gap Trail will emerge from the woodland at a parking and recreation area in Boston, Pennsylvania. This is also known as Little Boston, named after Boston, Massachusetts. It is here you can take a break, visit the comfort station and the visitor center shop. It is at this point forward that the trail will become much easier to follow and also more secluded from the commercial businesses, so it's an opportune time for a quick stop. The next video will take you to West Newton. I hope you found this informative and helpful. You can read more about the area at the links in the description below. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing.